Hello, empowered beings. Welcome to another session of Energy Alchemy with me, Chris. Happy 2025 to you all. 2025 is here. New year, new time, and literally are we all in a new time. Technology is moving at an extremely fast pace, and our world is literally dissolving and changing quickly before our eyes. And I believe that 2025 holds this energy for us. And I wanted to talk about just the interesting idea of how we've just moved through the idea of Chinese astrology. The year of 2024, the wood dragon, a serpent. Moving into 2025, another wood element of the snake, another serpent. The serpentine energy flowing and moving through all of us as it did in 2024. I am personally a year of the dragon, so 2024 was extremely transformative for me in really, really beautiful ways. Challenging, of course, but hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to get these challenges because they make us grow. They make us evolve. And I definitely evolved in 2024. How did you evolve in 2024? And how are you believing that you're going to be evolving in 2025? This year is interesting because we're coming from, again, one serpent into another serpent. And interestingly enough, the same element of wood. Wood is about floating, okay? Floating to the top in water. It can't drown. So it's about resilience and it's about strength. Look at these trees. Think about a redwood. It has fire inside of it, or when there's a forest fire, it burns from the inside and it still lives. After there's a huge fire, these trees are so resilient. So this is what the wood element really is offering us, is more ideas of resilience. And think about, for you in 2024, what the year of the dragon, the wood dragon energy, what it opened up for you, and what kind of resilience did you have? Make sure to acknowledge yourself, even if you might be in the same challenge that, is carrying over from 2024 to 2025. Even that in itself, you're still here. That's resilience. And, it's important to acknowledge, even if there's a small aspect of that, even again, if you're going through a really tough time, you're depressed or, you've had a lot of losses and or whatever it is, health issues, like whatever it is that you're experiencing. Where is that little minute part of resilience? Make sure to acknowledge that because that will give you a little gleam of hope, right? So moving into 2025, the snake. I have talked to many people that have a fear of snakes. I personally don't have a fear of snakes. What's funny is that when I was a child, I used to draw. I was probably like 5 or 6 years old, and I remember this very clearly. I was drawing so many pictures of cobras. I would draw a cobra and a cobra and a cobra, and I would show it to my mom, and I remember her response. God has blessed my mom. She's now passed away. She would tell me when she looked at this picture, "Why are you drawing this devilish thing? The snakes are of the devil." And I remember as a child, I would just be like, why would a snake be of the devil? But it was religious programming. My mom was raised in a Catholic environment. And so that was the programming of her. And, she didn't know any better. This is just what she knew. And for me as a child, I just knew that I was drawing snakes. I had to draw the snakes. And I don't have any pet snakes, but when I'm around snakes, I just love them. I want to hold them. I want to touch them. And when I dance, because I am a dancer, I love to dance like a snake. Like I've done belly dance training where you're doing the snake arms and you're embodying that serpentine movement. And my performer name is Fluid Girl. So it's all about the fluid movements and, like a snake, riding the snake. How can you ride the snake or the serpentine energy from 2024 into 2025? Think about this idea of like a wave, right? It's going up and down. Right? And how do you ride that? Do you ride it white knuckled going like, oh my God? Are you being pulled by the snake, or are you enjoying this ride? Are you, like with your reins and like feeling the wind against your face and finding your joy in this ride because you signed up for it? You're here. You're a soul in a body, and your life is so important. It's very important that you're here. So how can you ride the snake of 2025? And I wanted to offer you this other element, that if you do have a fear of snakes, why? Why do you have a fear of snakes? Like, what comes up for you when you think about a snake? Maybe you dream of snakes. You look at a snake. So right now I'm going to show you a few images of snakes. And I want you to pay attention to how you feel when you look at this creature. What stirs in you? Any memories? Again, any emotions? Any feelings? Any thoughts? Just notice how your body might be feeling. You might be getting like a warm or cool sensation or tingly or like, oh my God, I want to run. Like, just pay attention to what's happening to you as you're looking at these images. And what was that like for you? Why do you believe that you have this? If you have a fear of snakes, why? Snakes in some culture, they represent healing. Look at the caduceus. It can be a healing alchemical element to our life. In some cultures, I know in Vietnam, when I visited there years ago, they have snake venom that people drink because they believe it's a healing elixir to themselves. And of course, it can also be a poison, right, for some people. But it can also be this, it can be that. So how do you want to embrace the alchemy of the venom, or the medicine of the snake? Is it going to be poisonous, or is it going to be like alchemy in medicine? It's truly up to you, because some medicines can even make us sick. But then when we purge, we're rejuvenated and we're cleansed. And sometimes poisons can create a rebirth. It's really all about your perspective. But again, if you do have a fear of snakes, perhaps you could ask the energy of the snake to come to you and to support you with how you can alchemize your relationship with this being. Because snakes are really beautiful, in my opinion. Look at their scales. Look how they shed their skins. This is metaphorical with what we'll be doing in 2025. And again, with the element of the wood, how we rise above, how we don't drown. And the water element, like how we don't drown in our emotions, how the wood will float, how we can survive, and the strength in that. And snakes are so strategic in their movement and their hunting, and how they can wrap around things, and they can constrict, and they can open, and they're just incredible creatures. So what can you learn from snake this year as your ally? And how can you alchemize your relationship from fear to power, to resilience, to strength, to all of these beautiful elements that this wood snake year is offering us? It's my wish that all of you are creating an alchemy with this beautiful being. And if you have a great relationship with the snake, how can you make it even better? How can you create even more resilience? How can you create even more magic? And again, this idea of taking the venom of this being and creating alchemy. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this video and you're getting benefit from it, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading videos very often. Energy Alchemy with me, Chris. I am an energy intuitive and also medium, as well as sound healer and vocal activator. So if you find some resonance with my work, please visit me at my website and my socials below in the comments, or in the structure of the YouTube video description below. I look forward to seeing you and connecting with you in 2025. Many blessings, everyone.